Welcome back to AutoLISP Fundamentals. Let's break down our first command. Here is a comment. Comments in AutoLISP start with a semicolon. I just happen to use two. That's a preference thing, so this is a comment. Everything in Lisp is a function. When you first open your parentheses, the very first word is the function keyword. That is the name of the function you're about to use. In this case, we use the defun function. Everything after the function name, every single thing is inputs or expressions or what have you. They are inputs until the function closes. So this opens and starts the defun function. The rest of these are inputs, and this final parenthesis closes that function. So our first input to the defun function is the function name. In this case, the name is hello. However, we can make it a public command by prefacing the name with a C and a colon. The second input to this function is one input with two things. This would be your input parameters. So if you had parameter 1, that's what would go here if you were passing something into this named function, but we're not. These would be local variables if you had to declare variables within your function, which we did not. After these first two arguments are any number of arguments can be passed to the defun function. In this case, we pass two more expressions into this function. The first one is the alert function, which gives us a pop-up box. Its parameter, it takes one parameter as a string. In our case, this is the string that pops up. It's hello world. We close the alert function. This is our last function being expressed in defun, and it is the princey statement, and it takes no, you can do inputs. Inputs are optional on this. When you don't do any inputs, it returns literally nothing, not null, not false, not nil. It returns nothing, and that's why we call it finishing quietly, and then our defun ends. We can check in the help documentation for the defun function, same setup. Everything's a function with return values. Here's our function name. Takes the name of that function being defined. We have our input arguments, which we had none. We declare local variables, we had none, and then we ran two expressions and we closed our defun. Help documents are in the link below, and that is the breakdown of our first AutoLISP command.